The architect's influence grew, a creeping stain across the very fabric of existence. Reality itself began to warp and buckle as the worlds of Murim and Eridoria were pulled onto a collision course. At the heart of this cosmic storm stood a small, determined group. Kael, Lyra, Takeru, and Aria. They were an unlikely alliance, a martial artist from a forgotten world, a sorceress from a realm of magic, a futuristic swordsman, and a gentle healer. But together, they were the last line of defense against the impending chaos. They had to stop the architect, no matter the cost. Suddenly, it was there. Not a person, not a creature, but a being of pure, blinding energy. The architect manifested, its presence tearing at the seams of space and time. Its goal was terrifyingly simple: to merge the two worlds into a single, unified reality. A singularity where its will would be absolute. Through his connection to the ancient stone, Kael could feel the architect's plan unfolding. It envisioned a new realm, a perfect fusion of martial arts and magic. But this perfection came at a steep price: the complete erasure of individuality, of choice, of free will. Everyone and everything would be absorbed into its singular consciousness. As the architect's power surged, Lyra instinctively began to weave her spells. Her magic, ancient and powerful, found an unexpected harmony with Aria's healing energies. A low hum filled the air, a resonant frequency that pushed back against the architect's chaotic power. At the same time, Takeru's precise, lightning-fast sword strikes began to move in perfect sync with Kael's fluid martial arts. Their combined movements weren't just a physical assault. They were creating a vortex, a swirling torrent of kinetic energy that directly opposed the formation of the singularity. It was a beautiful, desperate dance on the edge of oblivion. The architect retaliated, its assault intensifying. Waves of raw power crashed against them, threatening to overwhelm their defenses. The very ground beneath them fractured, and the sky swirled with impossible colors. Pushed to the brink, Kael reached deep within himself, not just into his own strength, but into the heart of the stone he carried. He felt its secrets unfurl, ancient knowledge and power flooding his senses, unlocking a new level of understanding, a new plateau of strength he never knew he possessed. He wasn't just a wielder of the stone anymore. He was a part of it. The four heroes instinctively formed a circle, their hands nearly touching. They poured every ounce of their being: Lyra's magic, Aria's life force, Takeru's resolve, and Kael's newfound power into a singly unified channel. Their energies intertwined, creating a complex web of quantum entanglement that snared the architect, binding the formless being to their combined will. The final battle had begun. This wasn't just a fight for their lives or their worlds. It was a battle for the nature of reality itself. Every strike, every spell, every desperate defense sent ripples across the dimensions. The architect, bound but not broken, thrashed against their hold, its power threatening to tear them and the universe apart. Kael, Lyra, Takeru, and Aria pushed past pain, past exhaustion, past the very limits of what they thought was possible. Their individual strengths were formidable, but it was their bond, their absolute trust in one another, that became their ultimate weapon. With a final, unified cry, they unleashed everything they had, not to destroy the architect, but to transform its energy, to forge something new from the crucible of their conflict. The world settled, the blinding light faded, the deafening roar of collapsing realities subsided into a gentle hum. Kael found himself back in Murim, standing on a familiar cliffside overlooking the valleys he once called his only home. The air felt different, crisper, laced with an energy he'd never felt here before. He held the stone in his hand, its light now soft and steady. He had sought power, traveled across dimensions for it, but now he understood. The true power wasn't in the stone. It was in the connections he had forged, the trust he had given, the family he had found. As if summoned by his thoughts, they appeared beside him. Lyra, her eyes twinkling with newfound wisdom. Aria, her smile as gentle and reassuring as ever. And Takeru, his stoic expression softened by a sense of peace. Their journeys had brought them together, but now their paths would diverge once more. They had their own worlds, their own duties. But as they said their goodbyes, there were no tears, only a shared understanding. The bond they had forged was unbreakable, a thread that would connect them across any distance, any reality. After they vanished, Kael looked out at the horizon. The camera pulls back, revealing a world transformed. It was Murim, yet it was also towering, crystalline structures now nestled among the ancient mountains. Rivers of pure magic flowed alongside streams of clear water. In the towns below, he could see warriors practicing their forms next to mages, weaving intricate spells. It was a new world, a new beginning, born from the convergence of their energies. It wasn't the singularity the architect had wanted, but a vibrant, diverse reality where martial arts and magic coexisted in harmony. A testament not to a single will, but to the sacrifice, unity, and enduring power of 4 heroes who dared to stand together. Their legend was now woven into the fabric of this new world, a promise of a future where anything was possible.